It's a high honor that you give me tonight, and I'm going to tell you a relatively brief baseball story. In 1952, I opened the baseball season with the Macon Peaches. Early in the season, they had an organization at that time, and early in the season, they traded my contract to the Cleveland Indians organization, and they assigned me to their farm team in Daytona Beach, Florida. And my wife and I took off quickly, got to Daytona Beach, and the ballpark was on an island between the beach and downtown Daytona. And we were impressed. We wanted to get an apartment that was close to the ballpark, close enough to walk to the ballpark if I had to. First Sunday we were in Daytona Beach, first of all, Daytona Beach had an unusual situation. They played their Sunday games on Sunday night instead of Sunday afternoons, as most people around the country did. And on the first Sunday, we woke up and we found an apartment after several days. The furnace department knew enough to walk to the ballpark if we had to. And as we got up on Sunday morning, I said, look, babe, there's a church right down the road here, so within walking distance. Let's go to church this morning, because I don't have to be in the ballpark till 5 o'clock this afternoon. She said, no, I don't want to go to church. I said, well, why not? I thought you did. She said, well, I go to church, I want to put some money in the basket where they pass it around. And I said, well, first of all, after we moved into the apartment, paid the first month's rent and the down payment on the utilities, we had $2.26 left. The payday wasn't until the following Tuesday. So I said, I thought for a minute, and I said, okay, let me tell you the plan. We go to church, you put the $2 in the offering plate, and we'll have 26 cents left. So she agreed, we went to church, and we did that. As we walked out of the church, I said, let's really live it up today. Let's eat lunch out. She said, God, remind you that we have 26 cents, and I said, I know just the place. I noticed there was a crystal between our apartment and the church. So we got to the crystal, and each of us had a hamburger for 10 cents each. She had a small Coke for a nickel. I had a glass of water and a penny tax. And what I told her was, when I go to the ballpark tonight, I'll tell the general manager that I need an advance on salary. This was my 4th year in pro baseball, and I had never had to get a salary advance, and it was a common thing amongst the minor league baseball players at that time. So we got to the ballpark, and at 5 o'clock, I told the general manager when I got there I needed a salary increase of $20 because payday wasn't until Tuesday, and we didn't have any groceries to eat it all, and we didn't have any money. And we were broke in the true sense of the word, where we had money in the bank, but the bank was here in Macon, and that was a weekend, and we didn't have a checking account, so we didn't have access to any money that we had in the bank. So I told the general manager I needed an advance, and the first one I ever had, and I really didn't want it, but we just had to have one. He said, okay, I'll bring it to you after the ball game, and I'll go bring it to you in the clubhouse. Okay, so we played the Orlando team that night, Sunday night, and it was the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Orlando team was leading us by a score of 4-2, 2-run lead. We, at the bottom of the seventh inning, we had runners on first and second, and I came, there was 2 outs, and I came to bat, and I had a 2-ball, 2-strike count on it, and I figured the pitcher was gonna try and blow a fastball by me, and I guessed right, he did, and I swung with all I had, and I had, it was what a thrill to see that baseball going high and deep over the right center field fence. Home run. It scored 5-4. And as I rounded the bases, I really had a good feeling. I had been told that when I got to the Daytona team, they had put 10-gallon lard buckets in specific locations in the stands, so that when a home team player hit a home run, they would pass these lard buckets around, and anybody who wanted to put money in them did for the player who hit the home run. When I came up, I had a 2-2 score. I didn't count them and hit the home run, and it was quite a thrill as I tried to around the bases. And not only for the home run, but to listen to all that money going in. What was even a bigger thrill was I would see hands passing over the basket and waving, and then there was no coin in the bottom. That was paper money. So we held on to that score and beat the Orlando team 5-4, and in the clubhouse afterwards, the general manager came to me and said, I came to give you your money. And my first thought was the $20 in advance of salary I asked him for. But he said, no, what I want to do is count the money and give it to you for hitting the home run. So he counted, and he explained to me that half of the money that was contributed would go to the team, and the other half would go to the player who hit the home run. The team, part of what the team was to be used to fund a banquet, a big banquet for the team at the end of the season. So he counted the money out on it, and he counted out $77.36. And he told me, this is the most we've ever got. So we went over, as I said, to win the ball game. And then when I got home, well, let me back up a little bit. We left the church, we were going down the street. Well, I told you that. Black road. And the result was I had 3 more home runs that year, and got the lowest amount of money I got was $51. And then just the rest of the story is that we had a big banquet at the end of the season, and everybody had a good year, winning year. We had a big banquet at the end of the season, and at the end of the banquet, we split up all the money that had been put in buckets for home runs. We split it amongst all the members of the team. Everybody had a home run. Most pitchers didn't have home runs. So they didn't have any money. And each member of the team got $50 more. So that's a good story. I thought, good ending to it.